How did you find the confidence to go, I can do talent, I can jump in the talent pool, I can walk through this?
It was a God thing. Nothing to do with confidence. Matter of fact, I was terrified. How that all came started and how I got into the Who You Know show was I'm in the financial services industry. I get to help job seekers through that financial period. A big market that we serve is the 401k rollovers. That's a big part where we serve the job seekers. But somebody told me, they were like, hey, there's this group over here at a church and it's a job networking group. You should go check it out because they'll need your services. And so I was like, all right, sounds good. And they're in transition. So yeah. And when I walked in that church and I walked in the room, man, the energy was so low. I felt for these people. I was like, wow, they're hurting. This room is full of hurting people. I don't know what I was thinking I was going to walk into. I'd never been to one of those groups before, but there was like 100 job seekers in there and it was just depressing. It was really, really sad. Anyways, and so I'm in there and I'm like, all right, I need to be a fly on the wall. I need to observe. I need to figure out what's going on, figure out what the challenges are, how we can serve these people and not just go in there like, hey, do you need to do a 401k rollover? Like, forget that for a second. I just walked into hurting people. I can't go in there doing that. Get kicked out real fast. So I'm like, I put all that aside, like forget the business. Let's just put that aside. How can we serve these people? So we just started in the beginning asking questions, figuring out what are your challenges? What are your problems? What are you going through? And I remember I sat down, it's like a coffee meeting kind of like this, right? Where you're just learning about each other. And we would just take notes and notes and notes and notes. And the problem was always the same. It was visibility. They were never being noticed. They would apply online and it would go nowhere. And they weren't being seen. So that was the problem. And then I found out what is working. We know what the problem is, but how are people landing jobs? And it was networking. Every time someone would land, they would tell their story and they would say, it was so-and-so, it was an old coworker I connected with. It was networking. So I'm like, man, okay, wait a minute. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? That's when this whole thing, the Who You Know show came out. So I said, okay, well, I'm a master networker. That's what I do by trade. Like in financial services, you got to network. So let's figure out ways to connect recruiters and job seekers and hiring managers, and let's put them in the same room at the same time. So what I did is I built my network of recruiters and talent acquisition and hiring managers on LinkedIn. And then I just started putting them together. We started the show, we started training, we started doing a lot of stuff. I mean, things have really progressed over the years that we've been doing this, but that's where it all started. It was a God thing. Literally, I walked in the church and was like, wow, I got to help these people.